Hey guys, this is Xfox here, and this is again going to be how I was able to basically beat what I call the spider nest fight. So here what's going to happen is basically you're going to go through, after you get to the main sort of boss, after you beat it, is you're going to go ahead and fight, again, more spiders, and this time you're going to run into a few urukai here and there. So this is going to be much easier than some of the previous battles. Again, I'm using the dwarf. It's really up to you on who you want to use, but the reason, again, why I like the dwarf is because you fight a lot of enemies here, and one of the best features, of course, of the dwarf is his rage. And so when you pop the rage here, you definitely want to do it with everybody around you. One of the things is all the damage done to him while he's in rage is actually reflected back to the actual enemies. So you can kill a lot of the smaller guys really by just attacking one of the main enemies here. So perfect. You can see it's fairly simple to kill this little first band right here. You definitely, again, want to play the dwarf. You can play the ranger, but make sure you dual wield with the ranger if you do. The first thing I'm going to do is pop the rage. It gets everybody else off of the ranger who's going to help, because rage makes everybody else want to fight him.
Much appreciated, friend.
So I'm going to come back in here and hopefully try to get a lot of the smaller ones here. I should have gone for just the bigger one because he's the one who does the most damage. But again, it's really up to you on how you want it. But this is how I beat it, is I basically will keep popping rage. I should have got him a lot closer, but when I pop rage, a lot of them will come after you. And if you watch, you can see all the damage being done to the other ones, because again, his rage reflects that damage back. I think also one of the comments that I got before was, you know, why don't I use a shield in an axe with a dwarf? And the reason is because the dwarf is supposed to do just flat out massive damage. And, you know, if he has a two-handed weapon, he's doing massive, massive damage. Perfect. You can see this wave is almost very difficult to beat without dying a few times. I'm basically waiting for my rage to cool down. Then when rage comes off cooldown, I'll basically pop it again and go ahead and hopefully try and get all the rest of these creatures to fight back. Now, I don't think I pop rage here because I don't think there's enough. Yeah, there wasn't enough left to fight. So now what I did is I actually skipped ahead and I skipped to the part where you're basically at the tree and you're waiting for, you know, you're basically waiting to fight, or you're waiting for the actual person to let you in the door. So what happens here is you have a couple sort of rounds, I guess you could say, or phases to these spiders coming. So the first one here is pretty simple. If you've already gotten to this point, then you should be able to beat these. And again, they'll get progressively harder as the phases come here. So you can see they're gonna. I think it yells out.
Are you here?
Yep. So this is gonna be the second phase. And this phase, again, a lot more of them come this time. A lot of the smaller ones come. And so what I try to do is wait till the last second. Yep, to pop the rage. This time I'll let a ton of them attack me, you know, to hopefully reflect the damage back to them. And here I try to keep them off my other people here. I'm going to pop rage here in just a moment. And you'll notice one of the things that I found out, the little bugs right there, is if you hit them up inside the roots, it's very difficult to get them out of the roots. So go ahead and pop that rage.
Quickly, before death claims him! Much appreciated, friend.
Perfect. So I've almost got this phase done. You can see it's fairly easy as long as you simply keep popping your rage and just going after the bigger ones instead of the smaller creatures there. So phase 2 is almost done here, and phase 3 is going to be coming in a second. Yep, so I think this is the last one, yep, for phase 2. So perfect. So here's technically sort of phase 2.5, to where they send a few more, but we killed the other ones so fast that they really didn't have time to build up. So here it is, basically going to be phase 3.
Are you here?
And this time they bring quite a bit more this time. And again, I simply just follow really the same steps that I've done before. To where I want to wait until the last second, get a bunch of them around me, pop rage, go ahead and let them basically attack me and do damage back to themselves.
You face the power of the Eldar.
So you can see this phase right here is a lot easier than the middle phase that we just fought. So you can see that's how I beat this section. All 3 phases. It was fairly simple. Again, I use a dwarf, I pop rage and get it. As always, leave your comments. We'd like to hear how you beat it or how you like this tutorial.